Elazer.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Polish Terran player. He is red, representing himself. It is ziGGy.
Nice little bit of goodwill towards one another.
Yeah, so it's great to see some Poland on Poland action here between these two players. And this is going to be a spicy one, mate. So did ziGGy leave a lasting impression on you last season? Or last time we
Definitely. Well, enough of an impression that I don't know if I want to remember what he did. And speaking of not remembering, that's a 2 racks. I don't want to call it a 2-on-1 just yet. We don't have a factory thrown down. This is actually, okay, it's not completely gasless, but it is missing quite a few. This is such a non-standard location to throw down your racks as though immediately not walling off at the main ramp, walling off at the natural choke?
Yeah, exactly. Like, again, we were, what I was trying to get at is that ziGGy, he's a very, very unique player. He has his own style. I love it. I love how kind of strange he can be at times, because, mate, this is a 3 racks.
That hit is, oh boy. As the gas counts gets higher and higher and lower, as this is a 3 racks Reaper.
Oh, exactly. Meanwhile,
are we in 2016?
It's possible. Also, I don't really know what happened between now and the previous broadcast, but could you turn it down your gain a little bit, just a little bit, if possible?
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Microsoft.
Oh, did that happen? Did that? did Microsoft Boost really come into play again?
It's usually the most likely explanation.
Oh
Early,
boy.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Stat.
Well, that's much better. Much better.
Oh.
Beautiful. Okay. All right, here we go. And ziGGy, he's already across the map with his initial Reaper here. We have plenty more where that came from, by the way. Triple Reaper production.
Oh, yeah. Every single one of them rally to the initial Reaper. So he gets to make sure his control is on point, not to lose this. Does not want to get rid of that rally point.
Yeah, exactly. So far, so good. Like, the queens have stood strong here for Elazer, but that queen is getting quite low, to be honest. There's not enough energy for a transfuse, but for now, Elazer, he does hold.
Indeed he does. Well, that queen is starting to get low, so do a couple of decent Reapers. It's going to take a lot of sacrifice for ziGGy to clean that up. That's it. Third base is such an isolated position.
It really is. Meanwhile, Link speed is about to kick in a couple of moments. So honestly, Elazer, he just has to hold on a little bit longer. Ooh, just barely saving that queen again.
And he does. I have to wonder if KD8 charge actually worked in ziGGy's favor there. Push it a little bit further back. The queen will finally go down, but Link speed is finished up, completely baited into the links that were about to hatch. Immediate surrounds everywhere. And what is ziGGy's follow-up?
Exactly, just like that, every single Reaper goes down. Would you see that ziGGy, he's just running back home, and what does he have? He said he just has more Reapers, mate. That's it.
Gonna double expand behind this, which, you know, may as well. He knows that his opponent is on 3 bases. Thankfully for ziGGy, he did set up this wall. It's all starting to come together a little bit. Setting up the wall at the natural choke. Insurance. It makes sure that he's safe on 2 bases for long enough.
I guess so.
Just in case something like this happens.
Yeah. I mean, so from here, Elazer, so pretty interesting to be honest, right? Like, you have a couple of options if you're Elazer. If you wanted to, he probably could throw down a Bailey Nest and bust through this and just flood in with things and just end the game, right? There's no tank, there's no Widowmine or anything like that. But instead, Elazer, he is just droning up at home, satisfied on 3 bases.
Yeah, I would say that that's the least... That's the option with least risk on it. Sure, he could grab a Baneling Nest, but it's gonna take a while before his Baneling speeds, and while there's no tank or Widowmines, do you really want to leave slow Banes at the mercy of KD8 charge?
I guess not. Meanwhile, yo, ziGGy, he's switching to mech, by the way. I was like, yo, that's a 2nd factory. Then I was like, yo, that's a 3rd factory.
After going 3 racks?
Right? He's crazy. You know, you would think like you would think the logical like step from 3 racks is to, okay, get your add-ons, get stim, transition into bio, right? Wrong. You just double down and get 3 factories. 4. He's getting a 4th factory.
biggest smile on my face right now.
He's
Like,
getting 5. What is happening? He doesn't have the economy to sustain 5 factories on 2 bases. I'm shocked.
rationally looking at things, logically looking at things, Ziggy will not be able to pull this off, or should not be anyway. That's why I want him to.
What are we watching?
I want him to go against all odds. And is he getting another factory? Okay, no. That's just that's a refinery.
So what's crazy about this is this exactly right? Okay. So we have a tech lab and it's being used for Blue Flame. Okay, makes a little bit more sense here. We do have a couple more reactors on the way, so we're going to be seeing Mass, Hellion, Blue Flame here in conjunction with Cyclone. So that battle mech is going to be coming out from ZigGy.
Yeah, the gas count is definitely a little bit too limited to sustain 5 factory production if you're going for tanks and cyclones all throughout. But you can get away with just getting some Hellions here. There's still plenty of minerals. Mules are going to help a ton in that regard.
That they are. There we go. The third CC is on the way. Of course, it was made earlier, as you were saying, after he was thwarted. So it's already up and running. And as a result, he can catch back up when it comes to the economy. The problem is that for the past, 4 minutes, he's been stuck at home, right after the failed Reapers. And because that Elazer, he has droned up so hard. The 4th is on the way. Double Evo chambers, double upgrades. And, oh my god, Elazer, he was even able to make it in and scout all the factories.
He's at 78 workers on Lairtech, right? This is a terrifying Zerg economy. Elazer, left alone for long enough, he knew he could get away with doing nothing but droning up. Now he doesn't need to make any more drones. He's free to spend all of his larva on army units.
Oh god, that he is. Meanwhile, oh god, these Hellions are pushed. They're trying to push through. The problem is that Roaches are coming out, right? Like, Hellions are not ideal. We do need to wait for a wave of Cyclones to come in before ZigGy can really do anything. What I will say is that, I was about to say that at least he gives himself some breathing room across the map, but the Lings come in and they deny all this mining at the 3rd.
Yeah, Elazer saw a little bit of mining happening for our Red Terran player and said, I cannot allow that. There's only enough room for 1 player to mine in this game, Ziggy.
I love how in the chat someone's like, yo, we just need 3 more starports and we Gucci, mate. It's like, oh my god. Stop encouraging Ziggy. Stop it.
Continue to encourage Ziggy, please.
I mean, I have to eat my words if he makes it work. Like, let's be real here. Like,
I want him to make it work. He shouldn't, but I want him to against all odds.
Oh my god. Alright, here we go. This is the problem, right? The Roaches come in, they meet the Hellions. The Hellions do go down. The Cyclones do get some nice lock-ons, though. A decent amount of these Roaches go down, but ooh, it's tempting to go for that 5th base, but if you go in, you're trapped.
The absolute big brain on Ziggy. He knows how to walk into that trap. He walks into a different one.
Exactly. Meanwhile, at the same time, he had nothing at home to defend. Once again, another Ling run by 20 SCVs go down. Ay.
Yeah, even with mules, there is no way to recover from that deficit. Ziggy was already behind before. Now he's got half the mining of Elazer.
Oh my god, exactly. He's on 2 base economy as opposed to the soon-to-be 5 bases of Elazer. The Roaches are coming in, and sure, they're having a hard time catching up with the Cyclones, and I mean, I guess the Cyclones are trading efficiently, but there are just so many Roaches anyway, and the Hellion count was essentially reset.
Absolutely was. And keep in mind, Elazer is totally fine with losing a decent number of these Roaches. He's starting to transition to Hive Tech. GG.
He had 6 factories by the end of that. Those 6 factories. He just couldn't make out of them all. Oh my god.
I love it. I want to see more.
This is why I wanted you to come in at least for the first series, because mate, like when you see, sorry, I should adjust this. Hold on, my apologies. But yeah, like mate, ZigGy, mate, you gotta tune in because it's gonna be a good time.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember somebody described to me ZigGy once as the Polish coffee. This is a step further than that.
This is. Coffee would not do this.
Coffee still has some sanity left in him.
Oh my god, ZigGy, he is his own breed of player, mate, and oh my god, I'm shook.
And he makes, well, he kind of makes it work. I mean, hasn't been able to make it work against the Elazer here, but he qualified for the main event.
I like how you stopped yourself, by the way. You're like, and you make it well. Like, what we should say is that ziGGy, he's a good enough player to have qualified for DreamHack, right? He's unorthodox.
Absolutely.
He does crazy stuff, and it still works at the highest level of play. You know, maybe it's not 100% win rate, sure, but you know what? You just need enough to make it through, and maybe he can pull something off here against Elazer.
Absolutely. I love seeing a little bit of this flare coming out from some of our Terran players too.
Yeah, exactly. I love it in chat. Ned goes like, 6, can we get a 6? We did get a 6 at the end there, buddy.
Somebody's winning that auction.
Yeah, exactly.
Would dress like an auctioneer kind of guy.
Yeah, a little bit. Regardless, we're waiting for the players to get ready, so we have to wait a moment here. You know, ziGGy, he's thinking up his plan for the next one. You know,
is he, or is he throwing a dart at a board and being like, "That's what I'll do"?
I would hope so. He's got a massive chart, a massive dartboard. Just, yeah, okay, yeah. three racks into 6 factory production. Sure, let's go.
Oh, he has like he has like 3 different boards. So just like, how many? No, he has dice.
Ooh.
He has a set of die which he rolls. He's like, how many barracks to start things off? All right. How many factories to follow that up with? All right. How many starports am I gonna eventually get starports? I love it.
It's beautiful, mate. It's beautiful.
The good old NA weekly. NA weekly strategy.
Exactly. Meanwhile, of course, we're focusing a lot on ziGGy, but we should praise Elazer here, right? Elazer, he's a very strong player.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where he was one of the best Zerg players in Europe. He still is, but at the same time, I think most would say that he is kind of in the shadow of players like Cyril and Raynor at the moment, but he's not too far behind them.
Yeah, I definitely do feel that when it comes to EU, Lambo and Elazer are generally the neck and neck when it comes to who are the next top Zerg players aside from Cyril and Raynor, right? And Lambo has definitely been pulling off a lot of things lately. He qualified for the season finals last season, which was super exciting to see. But Elazer, I don't want to call him a wild card, but he kind of is. Sometimes when he just suddenly turns on to form, he looks like a credible threat to somebody like Cyril or Raynor.
He does. He's still there, you know. Maybe alongside Lambo, maybe a little bit behind, depending on the day, right? Depending on the tournament. All these players, of course, they are always practicing and improving over time. Oh boy, and this could be a season. This could be. Well, we'll see. As it looks like our players have returned. They are now ready. We're going to be diving into game number 2. And oh my, we're going to be on Lightshade. All right. How many Raxes?
I'm gonna say 1.
1? How many
but
factories?
I'm gonna say 1. I'm gonna say 1 Rax, 1 factory, 1 starport, but just before the factory, 1 eBay.
Oh my god. We'll see what this matters. I feel like the chat needs to be involved in here. All right, chat. How many Raxes? How many factories? How many starports? Let's go.
Yeah, we normally have prediction game for who's going to win a series. For ziGGy in particular, we need prediction game for how many Raxes and whatnot. Speaking of which, we are going to be continuing our best of 3 series here on Lightshade LE. We're in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. Our red Terran player coming out from the land of Poland is going to be representing himself as he's currently teamless, but man, oh man, I wish somebody picked him up because the world needs to see more of his builds. He is ziGGy.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Polish Zerg player. He is blue, representing Team XCOM AGO. It is Elazer. Oh.
Yep. Okay, pulling a bit of a white intro here, perhaps.
I wouldn't go that far.
This is just a proxy 2 Rex for now.
This is gonna get scouted. Oh no! Elazer, he immediately sees the first Rax and he knows what is coming his way. Oh my god, he's gonna go and deny them. Not like this. Not like this.
But it's alright though, because ziGGy will have a backup plan, yeah?
Yeah, I'm sure he does, but this is...
He's opening double gas.
He is opening double gas, actually. Yeah, all right, here we go. The drones do show up. They are focusing down these SCVs. One of the Raxes does finish. Yo, the other could as well.
Oh
my God.
That it could. Well, it does mean that there's a potential amount of production. Oh, it's so low in health. I'm gonna hit from the drone, but also one more volley on the barracks should finish it up. And it's gonna take a little bit more than that.
Yeah. This SCV is gonna come back home, but we have a follow-up, a backup SCV being sent across the map. ziGGy still wants to commit to this proxy.
You know, I was gonna go into this whole thing, light of how, yeah, with one barracks finishing up, ziGGy can back at home start building factories, start building starports behind that. But yeah, it does seem like he wants to commit to the Reaper proxy, which he might as well. He did go for a double gas for a reason.
Exactly. And there we go. The factory is already at home, so ziGGy's already working on that transition. Meanwhile, the first Reaper does show up. Oh my God, he actually gets a drone. Oh my, wow.
Yeah, the links weren't out quite yet. Now they are. But they are still slow links. The Reaper can definitely kite, even can dip into creep if ziGGy is careful with his control.
Yeah, that he is, and so far he has kept this Reaper alive. Already getting one drone is honestly pretty big. The other peculiar thing that is very interesting, and I guess it makes sense because Elazer doesn't really know the state of the game, is that he hasn't gone for his third base. He instead invests in more queens and a spine.
Oh yeah, he hasn't really been able to get eyes across the map. For all he knows, ziGGy could be proxying a factory at a completely different location.
Yeah.
Now that the barracks have finished.
Exactly. Meanwhile, what we do see is that we do see a reactor here on this factory, so we're going to see some Hellion follow-up, a starport as well. Oh my God.
Well, we could potentially transition to more of a Hellion Liberator opening here, but with plenty of Reapers to keep up that pressure.
I was assuming a medevac, like a medevac for a Hellion drop, maybe. But yeah, I was surprised because I'm like, yo, there's still no CC. Like ziGGy, he's full on the one base, man. Exactly.
All for it. Hellions are starting to reproduce. What's coming out of that starport? Medevac. There we go.
Yeah. Gonna be that Hellion drop that we were talking about here. So again, ziGGy just keeping up that aggression, that pressure. Now there is one spine here, but it's kind of out of position, right? It's at the Reaper cliff, so a medevac can bypass this completely. Meanwhile, Elazer is still on a very small amount of workers. He's only just now starting to drone up. And oh my God, Link's speed is about to finish up as well. Uh-oh.
And we have 30 links on the map right now against 7 Reapers and 2 Hellions.
Yeah, exactly.
We really gotta hope that the juggling is as good as it can be for ziGGy.
I mean, so far so good, right? ziGGy has avoided these links. The links, they're hunting down these Reapers, but they cannot find them. Meanwhile, what I was freaking out about, yo, we saw this earlier today in DreamHack. I was like, yo, Azure, what is this? Innovation from Heart of the Swarm? Same thing, mate. We're gonna have some Hellbat drops. Armory is just about to finish up.
Very much is the last thing you want to face when you only have links. But it looks like some of the army's gonna get surrounded. Oh, a bit of a split there.
Exactly, nicely done, but one of the Hellions does get picked off, and I was saying drop, sorry, what I meant to say was push, as these Hellions are going to turn into Hellbats, and they're going to trade so well against these links, and that spine has not been repositioned.
That they have not. KDI charge is going to be invaluable right now to keep the queens at bay, or even just get the links in a bit more of an awkward position for the Hellbats to burn them. He needs to keep the Reapers alive, and he's not currently.
No, he does not. He needs the Hellbats to soak for the links, and in the end, everything gets taken out here. Oh my God.
Such a good move. GG!